you guys heard of a content creator called Nella Rose? If the answer is no, then why? No, I'm kidding. Nella Rose is a really big UK content creator. She's worked with huge brands from Spotify to Netflix, and I'm pretty sure she's currently the co-host of the UK's version of Catfish. You know Catfish, the TV show on MTV? I'm pretty sure she's the co-host. Now, all of this to say, she's a pretty big deal. Why am I talking to you about Nella Rose? Well, I was fortunate enough to attend YouTube Black Voices Creator Class graduation. That seems like such a mouthful. Basically, YouTube have these creator classes every year, and I was part of the 2022 creator class. And as part of that, I got the chance to attend a 3-day graduation celebration. And on one of those days, they had a creator day. And one of the sessions that they featured in that creator day was a Q&A between content creator Lydia Dinger and Nella Rose. And it was very, very insightful. During this Q&A, Nella Rose dropped a fairly substantial bomb, in my opinion, that she manages herself.
How are you doing it?
I actually manage myself.
You manage yourself?
Yeah.
Let that sink in for a second. If you remember what I've just said about how successful she is, some of the brands that she works with, some of the deals and the projects that she's been involved with, and she does not have an agent or a manager. She does it all in-house. She does it all herself, or her team do it all amongst them. Which inspired me to sit down and record this video because, as you guys know, I work with a lot of content creators, and one of the most common challenges that they have is that they really want to hire an influencer manager, and honestly a lot of the time it's not the right move for them. So I'm going to talk about the reasons why people often want management, but also why you potentially shouldn't hire management just yet. So if that sounds of interest to you, obviously carry on watching, but also can you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications and like the video and comment and share it with people and just do all of that stuff. Long list, because it really helps me out, and I upload content similar to this every single week. Okay, so let's start off by talking about why people often feel like they need management. And just a word of warning, you're probably going to feel like I'm calling you out a bit here, because I'm willing to bet that a lot of people watching this video have felt like they needed management for at least one of these reasons. First reason, and probably the most common reason, creators think that they can't get deals themselves. They think they need influencer management, so people who take a cut of your deals and go and get you deals. They think that they need management because otherwise they will not be able to get these major deals. They also have potentially convinced themselves that the only reason why they don't have these huge brand deals, or why they're not making a lot of money from brand deals, is because they don't have an agent. Now, it's a bit of a cop-out if you feel that way. And the reason why is because we're looking for an outside force to blame our lack of partnership opportunities on, because it's easier. It's so much more comforting for us to tell ourselves, oh, well, I don't have a lot of brand partnership deals at the moment because I don't have an agency or I don't have a manager, versus saying, okay, I don't have a lot of brand partnerships because I haven't pitched to brands, or because I haven't created my media kit, or because I haven't learned how to do either of those things. Like, which of the two is easier? It's obviously easier just to blame not having a management agency. The truth is, you can get some very good deals yourself. I don't have a manager, not saying that I never will, but right now I don't have a manager. Myself and my fiance manage all of my partnerships in-house, and I've worked with some incredible brands. I've had a very good year partnership-wise. I don't know the exact number, but in 2022, it was around £80,000 for my business came from brand partnerships, and that was just in my second year of having this channel. All of that to say that it is possible to manage yourself and to get some pretty good deals. Another reason, negotiating and contracting scares people. So people want management because they're like, I don't know how to negotiate and I don't know how to read contracts. In reality, you're probably making those two things seem a lot more daunting than they are. Learning a few negotiation tactics and also just spending a couple of hours learning what to look out for in a contract is literally all you need. Once you learn that stuff, it becomes a lot easier to both negotiate but also look at contracts yourself. People also think that once they get to a certain size following, they have to have management. So they're like, oh, I have over 100,000 followers or subscribers. Well done to you, by the way, if you can relate to this point. So therefore I need a manager. Again, not true. I literally work with content creators who have over 100,000 people in their audience who manage themselves very successfully. Another reason, everyone else is doing it. You see other content creators, maybe within your niche, maybe the same size, who you feel like are doing better than you from like a brand partnership and monetary sense. and then you see that they have an agency and you think that's the reason why. And again, I'm here to tell you that's probably not the reason why. You could go ahead and get the same deals or get just as good deals yourself without having a manager. And the final reason that I hear a lot, and this is mostly for a smaller group of content creators who are very fortunate in that they get a lot of emails. So maybe you get a lot of brands approaching you in your emails or in your DMs, and you don't know how to vet the good ones and you don't know how to manage all of those emails. And I'm here to tell you that yes, a manager will help you with that, but you know who else would help you with that? A virtual assistant. Just an assistant can help you with your emails. You don't need to hire a manager, give them 10 to 20% of your earnings just because you need someone to respond to your emails. Like, you can get someone else to do that for you. Before we continue, if I'm saying that stuff and you're like, okay, but how do I learn how to read contracts and all of that information? First of all, I do have a lot of videos on here for free that will help you. But if you're looking for more help, drop me a DM on Instagram with the word ready and we can talk about if I have any programs that might help you. And if not, I will at least send a link to a video that can help you as well. All right, so let's talk about why you potentially should not get management just yet. As I mentioned a few times now, it is completely in your power to get some of these incredible brand deals that you want. If we just roll up our sleeves and start pitching to these brands and stop waiting for brands to reach out to you, that is how you get those dream deals, okay? I cannot tell you how many conversations I have with people where they're like, brands just don't reach out to me. And I'm like, so? Who cares if they reach out to you or not? Let's reach out to them. Like, let's take control of the partnerships we're gonna get and let's start pitching to some huge brands. And honestly, some creators I work with who are so big and get so many offers still do this. They still pitch to their dream brands because they know that that's the best way for them to get their foot in and actually start working with them. Also, I recently uploaded a video where I shared some insight as to how we can get partnerships with very big brands like Adidas, following on from one of the YouTube talks that I had the pleasure to witness. So if you've not watched that video yet, I'll link to it up here so that you can watch it. Another reason is that contracting, negotiating, all of that stuff can be so easy when you spend the time to really learn how to do it. And also in some ways it can be fun. Maybe not the contracting part, that's never really fun, but like the negotiating can actually be quite fun. And it's really important, in my opinion, to have spent some time doing any task that you're about to hand over to someone else. I truly, truly believe that. So if you're watching this and you're like, I'm still gonna hire a manager, like totally fine, right? But what I'd encourage you to do is to make sure that you spent some time pitching, you spent some time managing your emails, you spent some time learning to negotiate, you spent some time learning to read a contract before you hire someone else to do those things. And here's the reason why this is so important. When you truly understand what it takes to fulfill a role or to complete a task, it becomes so much easier for you to find the right person to take that task over from you, but also for you to know how to pay them fairly, for you to know how to work with them properly, because now you understand how much effort and knowledge it takes to read a contract. You understand how much time it takes to sort through your emails. It just gives you such a better understanding of the task and the role that you're hiring for. And I believe that for every area of your business, by the way, not just your management. But if we're talking about management right now, then I'm gonna want you to spend some time doing those tasks before you hand it over. And also, my passing thought, if in the future you think to yourself, okay, everyone else has a manager though. Everyone I see in my niche has management. It seems like it's the thing to do. I just want you to remember that Nella Rose does not. So whilst other people in your industry may have a manager, it does not mean that you need one, because Nella Rose is thriving without one. Okay, that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you found it useful. If you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about my top tips for standing out online as a content creator. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you in my next video.